All right, guys, the world was saddened to hear this weekend about the passing of Lord Richard Attenborough at the age of 90. Although many of our generation will think of Attenborough as the great character Dr. John Hammond in Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park, he was also an Oscar-winning filmmaker, having directed films like Anthony Hopkins' Shadowlands, Robert Downey Jr.'s Chaplin, and GHANDI, which get him Best Director, Ben Kingsley Best Actor, and the Oscar for Best Picture. John, your thoughts on the passing of Lord Richard Attenborough?
It is really sad.
Yeah,
it's sad. I mean, it's great to hear he lived to 90 and all that kind of stuff, but when you look down, it is sad that today's generation is just going to think about him and think of, you know, we have a T-Rex. Right. You know, that's all they're going to think about when they think of him. But I remember I was just a little kid when I saw GHANDI for the first time. Mm-hmm. And GHANDI certainly isn't the first movie in the world to do this. But for I think a 12-year-old me, I didn't get to see it in theater. I saw it when my parents rented on VHS, whatever. For a 12-year-old me, it was my first glimpse at the possibility that a movie could change the world, yeah. You know? I mean, I was in love with the movies ever since my mom first took me to see Star Wars. But it was GHANDI that, for me, that was like, this changes, like even as a 12-year-old kid, you're like, this changes my whole perception of the world and life and everything as we know it. It was so deep. What he did with Robert Downey Jr. and Chaplin. I think the one he did, Chrissy was mentioning the film Shadowlands, I think that's a really underappreciated film. I think a lot of people still haven't seen Shadowlands, and I thought that one was brilliant. So yeah, absolutely a really sad loss. A great, rich life for Lord Attenborough, so it's a sad day for Hollywood.
I think you can look at it in a positive spin in regards to maybe a younger generation only knows him from Jurassic Park, because maybe they'll be more inclined now to check out his older work. Yeah. So maybe they're like, oh wow, what else? You know, as you're Wikipediaing him or looking him up, what else did? Oh, he actually directed Chaplin, and oh, that's got Iron Man in it. Should I check that out? So it might actually speak to a younger generation that didn't know his work and film lovers in general. So yeah, of course, it is absolutely sad, but the guy lived a very full life. Excited to see how many people do discover his work, and your story Chaplin to me was, I think, Downey's best work, and obviously from working with Lord Attenborough.
And you know, it's funny because we mentioned that a lot of people just know him from Jurassic Park, right? I really hope a lot of people will check out Chaplin who have not, because I think a lot of people in today's movie-going audience don't understand how good of an actor Robert Downey Jr. can be. All they've seen him, for the most part, is kind of playing an extension of himself in Iron Man. Right. Watch Chaplin if you want to see how deep this guy's talent really goes. Anyway, Mark.
Yeah, you look at how talented he was molding actors' performances like Ben Kingsley or Robert Downey Jr. Yeah. Having said all that, I am one of those simpletons that will remember him mostly for Jurassic Park. He was great in Jurassic Park. Let's not sell that movie short. What he was able to do in that, being this rich guy, but he wasn't. He was never too controlling. He had a sense of humor about the park that he was building. And there's a couple scenes in particular. One is that Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum are great in the movie. Oh, yeah. However, all you needed to sell that movie was a couple shots of the dinosaurs and him saying, "Welcome to Jurassic Park." Yeah. And then at the end, when he's looking back on his island and all these bad things that happen, and he's realizing that he is this Dr. Frankenstein, the sadness in his eyes when they're flying away in the helicopter, whew, that made my sister cry, but not me.
But even before that, there are certain moments in the film when he's still trying to rationalize everything in his head, but he's cognitive of the fact that everything is going to crap around him. Those scenes that he did that were just
And then he just starts cranking ice cream like he's a divorcee watching soaps. Like, well, I'm just gonna eat ice cream.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.